I think it's safe to say that 2025 started off with a real bang, literally. I mean, you got sickos plowing their cars through crowds of people who are just trying to celebrate the New Year's. You got Cybertruck bombs exploding. It's just been like one day in 2025, and it's already so wild. The news cycle is already out of control. So many things happening at once. And I really get the sense that people kind of let their guards down. Or their guards were down until everything that transpired over the last 48 hours or so. And here's what I mean by that. I think it's safe to say, we can disagree on a lot of things, but I think it's safe to say that regardless of who you are or what you believe in, the last 4 years have been pretty crazy and hectic. Can we all acknowledge that? Every year it seems like things are getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And we all knew. We were all anticipating 2024. Regardless of who you were voting for, here in America, we all knew we had this big election coming up. And we knew there was going to be a lot of craziness surrounding the election. But people on both sides were hoping that after the election, there would be a little bit of calm. Not complete, calmness and peace, of course, but I think a lot of people hoped that a lot of the craziness would at least die down for a little while. Like, can we all just take a deep breath for a minute? Let's register everything that transpired over the last 4 years before we turn a new page moving forward. I think a lot of people were hoping for at least a few days of normal, just a period of normalcy. And when I say normalcy, I know we're not going to have times that are completely normal, but at least a little more normal than what they have been over the past 4 years. But folks, we haven't gotten that. And it looks like we might not be getting that at all. And I'm well aware that not all of you feel this way, but a lot of Americans felt like Trump winning the election and Trump taking over, was going to make a big change. A lot of people, I think, almost expected an immediate change. And a lot of people expect America to be safer now. A lot of people feel a tad bit more secure and things of that nature. But it appears that there's going to be a concerted effort to make sure that there's going to be all-out chaos. I do think that America would be safer under Trump as opposed to Kamala Harris for sure. But I also think that there's forces behind the scenes that are going to do whatever they can to stir as much problems and drama and chaos as possible. And when I look at everything that transpired on the 1st of January, and of course during the New Year's celebrations in New Orleans, I feel like the timing of it is very significant. Like, I get it. New Year's Eve, it's a time that a lot of people are out and about, right? I get that makes a good target for someone who wants to cause a lot of harm. But I also think there's other opportunities to do something like that. I mean, Christmas just passed by. I think the reason that we saw both of these incidents take place yesterday, or depending on when you watch this, we saw both of these situations took place right on the new year, and I think there's a reason behind that, almost. Like me and you, everyday average people, they have New Year's resolutions, right? Maybe you say, hey, you know what? Starting January 1st, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to make myself a better person, right? That's like your New Year's resolution. I'm going to start the new year off right. I'm not going to drink anymore starting on January 1st. I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore starting January 1st. People have their New Year's resolutions. I think that some of the forces in this country that want to cause harm, this is almost as if like this is their New Year's resolution. Hey, starting on the 1st of 2025, we're going to ramp things up a bit. We know that there are people who have infiltrated this country. We know that there are people, our enemies are within this country, people who hate this country. And we know that we have American citizens, people born here and raised here, who have been instilled with a certain hatred for America. We see it all the time. Look at a lot of the young kids on these college campuses chanting about how much they hate America, even though they're privileged and grew up in a wealthy, two-parent home and had the perfect American life. There's a lot of anti-American, rhetoric and ideologies going on in this country right now. So not only do we have to look outwardly, not only do we have to look at threats that are coming to this country from other countries, we've got to look at American-born threats as well, because unfortunately, there are Americans who seem to hate America more than any other foreigner. Hell, the entire world wants to come to America, yet you got people who grew up in sheltered lives right here in America who go to some of these universities, or they fall in with these weird ideologies online, and all of a sudden they hate America and everything it's about, right? Well, I think these type of people have decided that, hey, starting on the new year, we're about to ramp things up a bit. We're about to go crazy. We're about to start riding cars through crowds of people. We're going to blow up Cybertrucks. We're going to do Lord knows what. I mean, there was another big situation that happened in Queens, New York last night where a lot of people got shot. So we're off to a very, very wild start. And as I was explaining, I feel like a lot of people have their guards down because they were thinking, hey, it's a brand new day for America. We don't got to worry about a lot of the things that we had to worry about in the past. And then, bam, right on the 1st of January, the madness begins. And look, even myself, you guys know that I'm well aware of all the crazy stuff going on in the world. We talk about it on a daily basis right here on this channel. But even myself, in the back of my head, I was hoping that we could have some sense of normalcy, some sense of peace for a little while. And that's why even yesterday, I said, you know what? I am not starting my New Year's off like this. That's why you didn't see a video from me yesterday. I decided, hey, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to eat my rice, my black-eyed peas, my collard greens, my cornbread. I'm going to spend time with family, and I'm going to try to bring in the new year in the most positive way I can. Because right now, it's like the new year has started off with all of these negative energies. And I was talking about this over on X. Go follow me over there if you haven't already. But 2025 kick-started, jump-started with negative energies. By the time you watched the ball drop, took a sip of champagne, and kissed your significant other, all hell was already breaking loose. By the time you woke up, there was more hell breaking loose. And by the time you're watching this video, there will be even more hell breaking loose. But I think that it's bad to go into a new year carrying all of these negative energies. You're starting off a brand new year already surrounded by negativity. And that's why I was telling people, listen, over the coming days, spend some time with family. Do something you love. Participate in some activities, your hobbies, whatever. Do whatever you can to surround yourself with a little bit of positivity. Because it's clear that we're not going to get the peace and tranquility and the calmness that we were all hoping for. It looks as if they have chosen violence. The people that we're up against, they have not chosen peace. They have chosen violence. And it appears that they're about to start ramping things up. If you ask me, we're going to see more attacks. And we're going to see riots and protests in the streets coming soon as well. Who knows what might go down at the inauguration? Hell, who knows what might go down later tonight? Okay? So surround yourself with some positivity, because I'm not sure if there's going to be a lot of positive things coming in the near future. And that's not me being pessimistic. That's me being honest. Because optimistically, I think we were all hoping for a great start to a new year. I think we were all hoping for a new start for America. Let's turn a new page. And it's off to a really rocky start. And if this is any indication of what's to come, then it's going to be another crazy, hellacious year, just like the last 4 or 5. But hey, I'm going to be here. We're going to continue talking about all of this crazy stuff, just like we have been for the past few years. But just make sure, like I said, make sure you get a reset, take a breath of fresh air, spend a little time, surround yourself with as much positivity as possible, because the outside world that you can't control, is going to be filled with a lot of negativity coming forward. The coming days, weeks, and months, who knows what we may see. But I'm sure that it's not going to be, a nice little picnic. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.